Okay, well, welcome back, everyone. Everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. It's hard to believe it's December already. And by the way, we only have 3 sessions or 3 classes during this month of December. So we're going to do the second half of the 24 movement form. Starting from high panther horse today. So let's do our warm-ups. And again, you can do your warm-ups either sitting in the chair or standing up. And I think I'll stand up this time. Okay. And just relax and have your feet shoulder width apart. And slowly raise your arms up. Down and back. And raise them up to about chest high. And this time, let's reach for the sky. Okay, and then form a ball on your right side with the right hand on top. And we're just going to rotate the ball over to the other side, turning your head slightly. And back to the other side. Turning your head slightly. Rotate the ball and turn your head a little bit more. Back to the other side. And this time, turn at the waist 180 degrees. And let's bring the ball to the center and just push the ball forward and back. This time, let's expand the ball, spread our wings, stretch your fingers, relax them, come back to the center. Stretch and relax. Let's go vertically with the ball. Rotate the ball to the other side. And let's just remember to breathe while we're doing these exercises. Try not to hold your breath. And let's reach for the diagonal. Okay, just relax. Let's make some big inward circles. Some big outward circles. one more. And just relax. Okay, so last time we ended up at High Path the Horse. So just to, before we start, just to review what we're, the movements that we're going to be doing for the next 3 weeks. So we're going to start off with the right heel kick, box the opponent's ear, the left heel kick, the snake on the left side, and the snake creeps through the grass on the right side. Then Fair Lady works the shuttle, needle at C bottom, make hands like a fan, the downward parry and punch, and the apparent close up and close the door. So let's begin from High Path the Horse. So, can everybody hear me? Just nod your heads if you can hear, or thumbs up. Okay. So from High Path the Horse, we ended up here. Remember, we're patting the horse's nose and holding the carrot in the left hand. So we're going to step to the left diagonal. Okay, and we're going to make a big outward circle. Okay, so as our hands come together on the bottom, we're going to lift up the chi, lift up the energy up to chest high. So if I were facing you, this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to lift up, open up the hands. We're going to do a right heel kick with the right foot. So let me adjust this for a second so we can see what we're doing here. So stepping to the diagonal, lifting up the chi, doing the kick, stepping down, and as I come down, my hands in front of my chest, I'm going to make an outward circle, close both fists, and box the opponent's ears. So it ends up looking like this. So again, when we say we're boxing the opponent's ears, what you're actually doing, you're not boxing the ears here. You're actually striking your imaginary opponent right here in the temples. Okay, so as you bring the fists in, we're going to actually strike right there. Okay, so let's do this again. From High Path to Horse, we're going to step, lift up, do the kick. And if you're having difficulties doing the kick, you don't have to go all the way up with the knee. You can just lift up. If you can see my foot and my toes. Okay, so we do, if you're having problems with the balance, you don't have to do the kick. You can come down, box the opponent's ears. Okay, so let's do that again, and then we're going to turn. We're going to do turn and do the other side. So let's go from High Path the Horse one more time. Step. Do the kick. Step down. Close the fists as they come down, as the hands come down in front of your chest. Close your fists. Make an outward circle. We're going to box the opponent's ears. Now, we're going to rock back and turn and pivot. Pivot on your right heel. That 45-degree angle. And as you turn, pivot on your left toe. That's very important so we get in position. So from here, box the opponent's ears. We're going to turn, pivot on the right heel to a 45-degree angle, pivot on your left toe. So then we're going to do the left heel kick. Okay, so we'll do it on this side. So I'm going to lift up the chi, balance, do the kick. And again, if you can't do the kick, just come down on your left heel. Okay. And we're going to go into the snake. The snake goes through the grass. Okay, so let's try this again from the right, from a high path of horse. We're going to do the right heel kick. Up, kick. Come down and box the opponent's ears. Shift the weight over to your left leg and then pivot on your right heel. Pivot on your left toe. Left heel kick. So we end up here. We're going to do the snake on the left side. So let's do it one more time and we'll go into the snake. High path the horse. Right heel kick. Step down. Box the opponent's ears. Pivot and turn. Left heel kick. Step back with the left foot and sink. Try to keep your back as straight as you can and try not to look at the floor. So I'm going to adjust the screen again so we can see where my feet are going. So I just did the left heel kick. Left foot. Bend. Keep the back straight, shift the weight. And there's three pivots going on here. Let me adjust the screen a little bit more so you can see my feet. Okay, so we just did the left heel kick. We're going to make a hook with the right hand, by the way. Okay, so step back. Now we're going to pivot on the left heel. Shift the weight, pivot on the right heel, shift the weight back and pivot on the left heel one more time. Let's try this again. Snake on the left side. And we come up into the rooster standing on the left leg. Turn. Pivot on your left toe. Okay. So now we're going to do the snake over on the right side. So here I am. I'm going to do the snake again, but on the right side. So this time I'm going to step back with the right foot. Bend the knees, sink, pivot, shift the weight, pivot, shift the weight back. So you want to end up at a 45-degree angle with the right foot. We go into the rooster. The rooster on the right leg. So we end up in this position. So I know it's difficult to to see on the screen. So let's just try this again from high pack the horse. See if we can get all the movements in. So from high pack the horse, we're going to step to the left diagonal, right heel kick, step down, box the opponent's ears, shift the weight of the pivot as we turn, go. So as you make that turn, you want to have your right foot at that 45-degree angle. Still can't see my feet here. Okay, right foot's at that 45-degree angle. The left foot is going straight. The left heel kick. Step back. Pivot. 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 The rooster, move back a little bit. The rooster on the left leg. Turn. Pivot on the toe. Okay, so when we end up, both feet are shoulder width apart, going straight ahead. Both toes pointing straight ahead. Okay, back with the right foot. As we sink, we're going to pivot, shift the weight, pivot, shift the weight back, pivot on the right heel, that 45-degree angle. Into the rooster, back a little bit, the rooster on the right leg. Okay, how's everyone doing? Okay, so let's put this thing all together right now up until the snake and the rooster. So let's go from the very beginning. So start with your feet shoulder width apart. Bend your knees slightly and just relax. Arms at your side. Shift the weight over to your right leg. Step in with your left foot. Step to the side with the left foot. Okay, we're going to open the door. Part the wild horse's mane 3 times. Remember that bow step. Rock back and pivot. Ball. Bow step. Rock back and pivot. Back to the ball. And one more bow step and one more part the wild horse's mane. So ended up on the third part the wild horse's mane. We're going to do a half step up with the right foot. Again, the right foot's going to be going at a 45-degree angle. Okay. We're going to do the spreading its wings. So we're going to start forming a ball. As the ball gets smaller, we're going to drop the ball. The right arm's going to swing up in the air to protect your right forehead. You're going to turn, and as you turn your palm. Your palm is facing you. Look at your palm for a second. Middle of your palm. Do a half circle with the right arm, followed by the left arm, coming over to protect the right elbow. So from here, we're going to go into the brush knee. Look at your right palm. Step, brush, push, rock back and pivot. Look at your left palm. Step, brush and push. Rock back and pivot. Turn it, right palm again. Step, brush, and push. A half step up with the right foot. 45-degree angle. Play the pipa. From here, we're going to go into repulse the monkey. So, play the pipa. The right arm's going to make a half circle. Turn, look at your right palm, bend the elbow, step back with the left foot. Again, at a 45-degree angle, and the palms are going to come over each other. Slight push at the end. Pivot on your right toe. Turn and look at your left palm. Bend the elbow. Step back. Okay, so we're going to do this 4 more times. Bend the elbow. Step back. Pivot on the toes. Remember, the reason pivoting on the toes is just to maintain our balance. If we pivot on the heel, it brings our foot in just a little too close, and we're off balance just by a little bit. So we're going to do this one more time. Ball on the right side, right hand on top. And do a bow step into the ward off grass the peacock's tail. Pull down. Shift the weight as you do the push. Rock back. Push upward from the waist to the shoulders. Pivot on the left heel. Form a ball. Left hand on top. Just remember, when the ball's on the left hand's on top. The ball's on the right hand's on top. So do the ward off over on the right side. Grass the peacock's tail. As you shift the weight forward, do the push. Separate the hands and rock back. As you shift the weight again, end up doing the push. From here, we're going to go into a single whip. Do a half step up with the right foot. Okay, as we start to go into cloud hands. After we start to go into cloud hands, we're going to take 3 steps to the left. Just follow your palm across. Second step. And the third step. Step to the right diagonal. Do another single whip. Okay, so we end up this position. We're going to do a half step up with the right foot. Open up the palms. Turn and look at your right palm. From here, we're going to go into high pat the horse. So now we're going to step to the left diagonal, go into the right heel kick. Step down, box the opponent's ears. Pivot and turn. Left heel kick. Snake on the left side. Step back, left foot, and remember the 3 pivots. As you shift the weight, pivot on Up into the rooster on the left leg. And that left hand, by the way, is at your side, palm facing the floor. The right hand is right in front of you, fingers extended. Turn and pivot on the left toe. Okay, we're going to do the snake over on the right side. Pivot on the right heel. Shift the weight. Pivot on the left heel. Shift the weight back. Pivot on the right heel. Into the rooster on the right leg. Okay, so how are we doing on time here? Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Marilyn, if you could unmute everyone for a second. Marilyn, can you unmute everyone?
Everyone has the option to unmute right now.
Okay. Any questions, anybody? Are you okay? Okay. So let's go from the very beginning one more time. So we have just enough time to do this one more time today. Let's begin with our feet shoulder width apart. Both toes, feet, both feet are facing straight ahead. Hands at your side, and here we go. Step in, step to the left, and we'll open the door. Part the wild horse's mane 3 times. Remember on this one, we're going to come back to the ball. Half step up with the right foot into the right white crane spreading its wings. And from here, we're going to go into the brush knee 3 times. Step, brush, and push. Back and pivot. Step, brush, and push. Right back and pivot. Step, brush, push. Step up with the right foot. Half step into play the pipa. Repulse the monkey. So today we'll do repulse the monkey just 4 times. So we'll do it 4 times, or as many times as you like. So come back to the ball, and we both step into the ward off. That's the peacock's tail. Just remember to breathe as you're doing all the movements. Try not to hold your breath. So I'm going to turn. Do the ward off over on the right side. Pass the peacock's tail. Here I'm going to go into the single whip. We're going to start going into cloud hand, the right foot. And now we're going to take 3 steps to the left. Just follow your palm as it comes across. Second step. The third step. Step to the right diagonal. Do another single whip. Okay, so we end up here. Do a half step up at the right foot. Open up both palms towards the ceiling. Turn and look at your right palm. And go into high pat the horse. Here we are in high pat the horse. Step to the left diagonal, big outward circle. Lift up the chin. Do the right heel kick. Step down and box the opponent's ears. Rock back and pivot as you turn. Open up your hands. Do the left heel kick. Into the snake on the left side. So we end up on the rooster on the left leg. Turn. Pivot on the left toe. Okay. Do the snake on the right side. Step back with the right foot. Remember the three pivots. Pivot on the right heel. Shift the weight. Pivot on the left heel. Shift the weight. Pivot on the right heel. Put the rooster on the right leg. All right, so how are we doing on time? Okay, just about time to close up the shop. Maybe we can squeeze 1 or 2 more minutes and we'll do our longevity Qigong exercise. So start off with your feet shoulder width apart. And here we go. 2 dragons go towards the sea. 2 tigers go into hiding, soaring up into the sky, seeking the moon at sea. The abbot lifts the bronze urn. The wild goose lands on flat sand. The elderly monk lifts up the chi, leading away the goat. So let's do our Tai Chi salute. The fingers, and we bow to each other to show respect for one another. Say Pang Yomen Zai Jin, Pang Yomen Zai Jin, and Pang Yomen Zai Jin, which means